Let's see what we're running in here. It's only 1,000. Get that bitch up. Oh, fuck. At least it's hot in here. Alright, now we're at 14.6. Yeah, we're only at 1,000. No wonder the damn thing wasn't firing. I'm gonna grab a terminal cleaner, let the dog in. Why would you do that to yourself? Why are you laying in the snow? Don't you know better? Well, I'm taking you inside. Yeah, now's not the time to play. Ranger, in. Come on. Fucking dog is just laying down in the snow. Come on. Yeah, but it's not good for him. Alright. I doubt it's going to make a difference, but I'm going to clean off both of my batteries that I got in there and the terminals on the truck. And we'll see what happens. Shit, I wish I had a buddy. If that was the case, I'd just yank it with the tow truck and pull start the son of a bitch. We'll start with you, and we'll put you on the big battery charger too. This will tell me if it's hooked up backwards. Oh, fucking guessed right. Nice. That's a positive sign. Ugh, all that gray crap. It's probably a fucking... That's a dirty glove. There you go. Dirty old floor paper. That looks better. That looks like that's going to contact a hell of a lot more now. Of course, that was the positive. The fucking negative is always the hardest to clean because it's so much smaller. But, oh, they look pretty decent now. Let's go put this on the old school charger. The only reason I have that new one is I need a battery charged really fast. Or not fast, but I needed a battery charged when I was working out of a hotel. And hotels kind of freak the fuck out when you bring something like this out in their rooms and the maids come in. Let's see. 12 volt 40 amp. Put it on 40 amp. We're gonna give it the fast charge. Or is it on the fast charge? No. It's on 12 volt 10 amp. Alright. Send that bitch 40 amps. We're gonna get something fired up today. If it isn't this, we're gonna get something else fired up. Look at that fucking fired up. I know that just needs a battery and fuel. You're gonna get a truck fired up today. I don't really give a shit what truck it is, but y'all getting the truck firing up today. This really shouldn't be fighting us as much as it is, but like I said, shitty starter is a shitty starter. Not a lot you could do. Almost caught it. Not a lot you could do to change it, really. I mean, your starter's either good or it isn't. Doesn't matter if the motor only had like 701 compression from factory. And it's definitely only running on 7 cylinders now. Maybe only 6. See if you can get that any cleaner. It's not great, but it'll work. Put the jumper pack or the jumpers on the terminals themselves. That way if there is a shitty connection, it doesn't have to go through the shitty terminal. I can just go right to the shitty clamp. Let's see. Yeah, we need more juice. Let's go get more juice. Why do you keep coming down? Fuck you. How dare you? I guess I could grab the giant battery out of that, but again, that thing weighs like 50 fucking pounds. And the terminals are all the way in the back of that battery box. I really just don't want to fuck with it like that. Yeah, I smell battery acid, it's fine. If you can smell it, then it has it. You know, like if you're leaking it, then it has it. All right. You know, that charger in there being so shady makes me wonder if this thing was ever charged up properly in the first place. But at this point, I don't really care about that. With the other battery, it did zhuzh up for a second, so there's hope with that one. This one will crank a 390 with a good starter, but doesn't want to seem to do shit when you got a bad starter. And I know a lot of people at this point would just say, Michael, change your fucking starter. Jesus Christ, it's that easy. Yeah, you're right, it is that easy. But, and you know, I'm sorry for disregarding your opinion, but here's my apology. And one more thing, fuck you. You know? I'm developing critical skills in life, and you're impeding that. You know, because if you don't know how to get a stuck motor unseized that sat for fucking months and months and months, all fucked up, and then get it running with a battery and a tow truck with a bad starter instead of just replacing the starter, then what the hell are you doing with your life? Like, what, you work in an office? You make toothpicks? It just sounds dull. If you want to be dull, that's fine, I guess. You know? We won't be able to differentiate the bright stars from the dim ones without dull people, but fuck. I knew a guy years ago who was a mentally challenged guy. I think his name was Greg. And he had more aspirations than just fixing it normal. Greg liked a good adventure. Come on, be like Greg. Ah, fuck. Come on. It wants to. It really fucking wants to. I feel like that thing idled down again. Come on. Oh, it wanted to. It was right fucking there. I heard that. I know that doesn't do anything, but you know what? It makes me feel better. $2,000 gonna do it? What do we got? 14.8. Listen to that bitch just working. Yeah! She running! Ah, fuck me. I want to drive this pile, especially because I know it works. So, I'm going to put this battery on my big charger, the older analog one, and we'll get this thing fucking fired up and running tomorrow. Clearly it should fire up. It's got enough fuel in the intake to go ahead and power all of Croatia for a couple days. But that's fucking awesome. Now I wonder what kind of power that battery still has in it. May it be enough to get my green semi doing semi things? Bitch, you don't get to die on me. 12.6. What do you guys say? One more cold start? Cold start, hard start? Fuck yeah, it's gonna be a hard start. Been eating nothing but beef sandwiches the last couple days, and the protein shits are really getting to you. Oh, do you hear that? The hark, the herald, the angels sing. A 330 FE starts to ring. That was stupid, but I enjoyed it. Okay. Let's go fire up something. Well, let's cover that intake now that I know this actually works. Let's go fire up something that's going to require significantly less effort. What am I going to need to grab? Fuel pump. So, oh shit, that's still got fluid in it. Nice. Now the truck that I'm about to go start, it does not respond at all to starting fluid whatsoever. So, to all you fucking premium haters, you're gonna get one that you're gonna agree with for once. It's my beauty. I still don't really have a name for it, but it's my beautiful green International VF 195. This thing was underspec'd from factory hard. If memory serves, this has LHD tandem rears rated for 34,000 pounds. Look at that foggy ass Tundra. Just waiting to be fucking Clinton coming out of that. But it's got tandems that are rated for 34,000 pounds, even though the factory only said they were good for 28. It's got a 5-speed into a 4-speed and a big old 462 cubic inch International. I drove this thing 100 miles home from, can't remember the name. It was by the Minnesota-South Dakota border. And I made it like 30 miles from my house. This tire was originally in the front. When that ripped apart, buddy came out with a jack, helped me out, swapped the tire to the back, made it the rest of the way home. Everything on this fucking truck works. Everything. With exception to one thing. And it's not that it doesn't work, it just needs to be fixed. I gotta fix the heat in it. The wipers work, the interior light works, the shifters work, all the airline equipment works. It works fucking phenomenally. It builds air stupid fast. Even the shutters on the radiator work. Well, okay, technically there's another thing that doesn't work. The factory mechanical fuel pump is shot, and I'm not spending $250 on the replacement, although I'm sure it's cheaper, and I'll put that in the... put a link up to make myself look stupid. But I'm not spending money on a new one. I would rather... yeah, that's going to bite me in the ass later. I would rather go ahead... Okay. I don't know what the fuck that is. But if it was good enough to be in the air cleaner, it's good enough to go into the engine. Let's not seize this carburetor and this motor. Not that this is fucking weatherproof, but this is about 8 million times better than nothing. All right, leave that up there. You can leave that funnel there. So yeah, that International truck, it runs really good. It does need some work. The timing isn't 100% on it. Whoever had it before me was a farmer, and it has fallen to mice invasions. Surprise, surprise. But with a can of fuel and a battery, that thing almost always fucking starts up and runs. Now, I have had issues with this fuel pump on this truck before. When it was brand new, it worked perfectly. But when you let this fuel pump sit, sometimes it has an issue staying primed, which is actually the issue that white semi has. It has the exact same fuel pump. Oh, sweet. It has the exact same fuel pump, and it can't stay primed to save its life. Unless the engine is running. So, what I do is I'll shove these on here. Ground is green. I think. Pretty sure. When I use trailer wiring for extensions, I usually make ground green. Because G's and it's easy to remember. And that would be a correct assumption. Now, one might say, your positive battery lead doesn't look connected worth a shit. You'd be absolutely right. And this truck doesn't care. I love this thing so much. I have plans for this. I don't know what they are, but I have plans for it. Alright. Oh. Fuck, that was the right 2-barrel gasket. Alright. Okay. I might need to clean those battery connections a little bit. I never tighten them. They always remain loose. But, yeah, I see I can't tighten the positive even if I wanted. Alright, well, we got our low air light flashing. Makes sense. Yeah, she's cold. She's hasn't fired up for quite a while. And it's running 1540. Come on. I've wanted to put Nettlebrock on this, or one of my 650 Holly 4011s. Come on. Is this fuel really that bad? The other truck will run off of it. Tip this so it doesn't have to try to lift the fuel as high. When this pump was new, it did a lot better. But I have had issues with this pump. As of late. Now it's working. Yeah, here it got quieter. Now it's starting to move fuel. Now it's moving fuel again. Oh, I'll put the jumper on you. I know damn well this thing will fire up with a touch of power. Blower motor doesn't sound too happy. That blower motor doesn't sound too happy. Shame, it doesn't get a choice. Come on, fucker. I want it known that I did not do this to this transmission. Fucking the previous owners in Chicago let that happen. When I bought it, it basically didn't have fucking fluid in it. So reverse got fucked up real quick. Yeah, reverse got fucked up real quick in it. Oh shit, I actually shut the hood. Look Okay, so I got a question for all you Ford guys out there. And despite how many Fords are in my yard, I'm not a Ford guy. Why do the Power Strokes smell so weird? Like, I've had IDIs and Cummins. I haven't had any shitty ass Duramax. But I've had IDIs and Cummins, and I've been around Detroit 2-strokes. Why does the Power Stroke smell so different? Genuinely curious. Like, is it because of the Huey system? Because the international variant, you know, the T444E doesn't smell so bad. I was just curious why that smells, okay, not bad, but why it smells so weird. Oh, like fucking butter. Yeah. It goes, and then shuts off. Like it's not getting any fuel. Yeah, runs good, and then dies like she's fuel starved. I don't really... Not any blow-by coming out. I really don't want to fuck with it. This is also one of the examples of the distributors up front. On that truck, it's got a 549, basically the same engine, but bigger. Distributors in the back. Yeah, I'm barely feeling any pressure at that hose. Like, it should have 7 PSI. It should be relatively difficult for me to compress it. But I mean, I can just do it by hand. Let's see, is it kinked up on where it goes to the firewall? There's much a mouse crawl into there? Probably. Yeah, it shouldn't be kinked up here. There's nothing to kink it on. Or the bottom of this. Yeah, no doubt we're at the bottom. We got fuel getting to here. And it's like when the engine's running, this fuel pump just can't keep up. I mean, to be fair, it does consume a lot of fuel. When I drove it home, I measured 6 miles to the gallon unloaded, but I was also only going like 25 for when I was measuring the fuel economy, so I don't know what it was getting. You can hear it chugging. Oh yeah! And it cuts off. I mean, it might not help that the carburetor, I don't know if you can see it, is just completely iced out. I mean, that is not what a good or happy carburetor looks like. It's a shame, this thing runs really good. normally. Alright, since this can of premium is busted, we're going to spray this. Alright, well, it's at least idling, and this thing's got no blow by. I mean, it's drawing a vacuum through here. It'll idle super low. It's honestly a really nice, quiet truck. I think it could stand to have some stacks, and if I ever get another hand on another 9-liter, that's a direct swap for this engine. And while the 9-liter makes less power than this, I got plans for a turbo 9-liter if I ever buy another. And a turbo 9-liter in this would be fucking mint. Yeah, as soon as you give it fuel, she don't want to keep running. It can also be too much choke once it's running. But yeah, the shutters are working. They're closing off the radiator right now, actually. The adjustment even still works too. But it needs to build more pressure in the system. Yeah, I don't know why it's having such a hard time idling. The only thing I think of is that fuel pump it just doesn't have the guts to pump the fuel it needs. Oh, damn thing smells good. There's no other second fuel filter. And they could draw that outside air. I don't know, is it drawing cab air or is it drawing exterior air? Oh, dome light does work. See. Cab air under hood. Now it should be. Yeah, it still dies even once it starts running and warming up. I don't know why. I mean, it does have power steering. It's a really nice fucking truck to drive. Here. Shouldn't need that for life support anymore, so we're going to pull that off. I'm going to wrap these up, and I'd let you hear it, but it's just so quiet. I mean, this is a semi. And from factory, the driver's seat was an air ride seat. I mean, this was a nice truck for 1960. It needs more timing. It needs timing like a motherfucker. It fires way too retarded. Oh, we're starting to build up ice on the sheet here. I mean, the oil that's in it's only got maybe 1,000 miles on it. Yeah, and the second you go to, or maybe she is needing more juice. Yeah, the second you go to really give her the beans, she just wants to die. I couldn't tell you why. I mean, it needs new starter and ground cables, because originally it had two 6-volt batteries in series. And that worked fine, but they were 6 volts. Yeah, I can't get enough RPM to get the generator to actually work. But it fires up, and it idles really, really nice. I think it just needs a way bigger fuel pump than this little thing. I also think this fuel pump is served hard in the line of duty. You know, I rip it out and stick it in all sorts of trucks. I just don't think that little fuel pump can push the fuel that this thing needs. Like, my other International over there has the same pump, and albeit a 10 cubic inch difference isn't much, but you get to like 2,000 under load on that thing and it starts bucking and misfiring like it's running out of fuel. So I don't know, any of you bigger International guys know what fuel pump runs best on these? Let me know, because I'm curious what your experience is. Future Michael here at the editing bench. So my camera battery died. These things don't hold a charge worth a shit when they're cold out. So I was going to leave it with, yeah, let me know if you guys got any interesting ideas, schemes, threats. I take on all comers in the comments. If you guys know what fuel pumps works good on these Internationals, let me know, and keep on rocking and rolling. Thanks for watching. And, oh yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do all that shit. I just don't want to be all in your face about it. I find it ungodly obnoxious. Alright, bye.